guys, Ruth Delgado and Ruth Delgado's Glamour Page. I'm back again with another video for tonight, since it is night out. Um, I have a subject I wanted to talk about because I had a conversation with someone dear to me, family, and they said something to me that I already knew was coming. And I've already took that into consideration actually right before I got the phone call from this specific family member, whom I'm not going to name. But once I got the phone call, it's so funny because I literally the day before just said to a friend of mine that I was talking to, I said, you know what, I'm going to call this person, but I have a couple more things that I need to get done before I actually call them. And then the very next day they called me. So they expressed to me that, I should be calling them. I never know from one day to the next what's going to happen, especially nowadays with so many people dying rampantly all over the place, which is true, which is what I have been definitely taking into consideration very much already. So when they said that, I was definitely not surprised at all. And I just realized that I really had actually in the past tried to, with this very person that I'm speaking of, reach out to this person, call this person, contact this person on a regular basis, more than one specific different time frame, and I would not get my phone calls answered. I would not get any reply, not get any answer, not getting any return phone calls or anything. And because of that, I decided to stop calling so much and, contacting these people so much, and decided to instead just contact them on specific time frames. And if they don't respond, answer, contact back, not really be bothered too much about it. But since that person mentioned it recently to me, it's been bothering me because I'm like, people don't understand. I hear a lot of people say, oh, these kids act so entitled. Like, they're supposed to just get whatever and they're never supposed to work for it, or, everything is just supposed to be handed to them, and, they're not supposed to do anything to get it to be handed to them. And I'm like, wow, that's funny because people don't even realize how the family members, close friends, and the older generation is responsible for that. Here's how and here's why. The subject of this video is called, y'all want to know why these young people act so entitled? Let's talk about it. So here's the thing. I've noticed that a lot of people say, these young people, they act like they don't have to work for anything. They act so like, we're just supposed to do certain things for them and they're not supposed to return a favor. They're not supposed to do the same thing. We're not supposed to require the same in return that we're giving out. But then you don't realize this is the same generation of children that are raised in households where the parents say things of the sorts of, oh, the reason why everything that I say goes and nothing that you say matters is because you don't pay any bills in here. Entitlement. Because just because you pay all the bills does not mean you're always right. And if you're not always right, then that means that I can't honor you as though you're always right and respect you in that manner and never speak up for myself when I know you're wrong. But y'all put us in that position of mindset to feel like we can't say anything because y'all the ones that's making the money. Another very toxic way that we as adults or more mature people that's over the young people can agitate and plant the seed for them ending up being entitled is when you tell the children that, oh, because I'm older. I can do what I want because I'm older. You're a child. In other sense, telling them as a child that they have no say, and the reason why they have no say is because of their age. And in other words, if their age was older and they're wrong, they're still going to be able to be accepted as right because they're older than. Y'all see what I'm saying? How the entitlement is being taught through the rearing of the children, because you're teaching your kids this and you're telling them that these is the reasons why what you say goes. Now, mind you, I'm not trying to say that you're not supposed to reprimand your children and not just let them run all over you, because you're definitely not supposed to just let your children run all over you. But you have to be careful that you're not saying certain toxic things to keep them from running over you that can make them actually act very entitled and disrespectful towards others and expect others to be so forthcoming and overflowingly, generous with ways and regular routine of behavior that they're not going to reciprocate. Because it starts with the older generation that is, being the example. When you are the older generation, let's say grandmother or mother of not even a child, let's say that the child is grown now, and you tell, let's say your grandma, and you tell your grandson, grandbaby, you got to make sure you call mama all the time, as often as possible. But then when your grandson do call you, you don't answer his phone calls, you don't respond to his phone calls, and if you contact him, only thing you want to do is talk about what you need from him or you want him to do. It's never to see how he's doing, check on him, and just make sure he's okay. That's the type of behavior that a lot of these overseer family members, older generation, that's how they deal with the younger generation, and then they wonder why the younger generation just distances themselves. Because when it doesn't matter whether it's an older generation, younger generation, or the same generation, when one person is doing more than the other person and the other person that is doing less is making that person that's doing more feel like they don't have to do anymore, and that person's supposed to do more and this person's supposed to do less, it automatically just totally puts you in an unfair position. And it makes you draw and attract people that resembles that same type of behavior, where you'll find yourself becoming friends with people that are expecting you to do more. Meanwhile, they're not even expecting to do more themselves. People that are expecting you to go above and beyond for them. Meanwhile, they're being very, I'm not going to do but so much for you. Maybe a little here, maybe a little there, but that's about it. And, I have witnessed this in my own relationships. And I understand that even though, yes, it is my fault because I'm an adult now and I do have control over what I allow and what I don't allow, I will say that I do understand that it originates from people that's overseer over you that don't portray to you the same behavior, if not more than the same behavior that they tell you you're supposed to portray to them. And you take that right to your relationships of the people that you draw to you, and you do not realize until later when you look back on it that, dang, I drew those people to me because I was already used to overly, giving too much of myself and to people that I can't expect but so much from. You know what I'm saying? Like, to these same people that is expecting me to contact them almost every day, I'm not getting my, advertisements that I'm putting out every single day, shared by them every single day or at least once or twice a week, I'm not getting calls from these people saying, "Hey, Ruth, how are you? Are you okay? Do you need anything? If you need anything, let me know." And don't hesitate to tell me. And I'm not going to make you feel bad that you're in a bad position. I'm going to help you out. And that's going to be that. These people don't act like that with me. And it's so crazy because these same people don't understand why people that do see me every day and that don't never see them around me can express that they thought that I didn't have family. Well, that's because they never see y'all. Just like I barely ever see y'all unless I come to y'all. So of course, people feel like I seem like I don't really have family because they never see. Whenever they see me, they don't see me with family. So how can you get upset with me for that? Like, I do come around when I can come around, when I'm sitting there doing the best that I can to also support myself entirely because nobody else is doing that. Promote myself entirely because nobody else is helping me do that. Advertise and market myself entirely because there's nobody helping me do that. But yet y'all want me to call y'all every day. Like, this is where the entitlement starts. Because then if I allow y'all to keep making me feel like it's okay to keep extending myself above and beyond for y'all because y'all tell me to and I feel obligated to because of who y'all are in my life and how much I love and care about y'all, then what's gonna stop the next friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever friendship that I might end up having who thinks that they can do the same thing? What's to stop them when I've already been prepared to take that not so great treatment of entitlement from the people that I love the most? And they don't want to understand it, and because I don't want to disrespect or make them feel any type of way, I just stay quiet. I don't say anything. I leave it alone as best as I can. But I can't keep ignoring myself and my own heart telling me that, yo, this is the reason why you've had bad relationships, because you've connected to the sides of people that's familiar to you. And this is not good familiarity. This is bad familiarity. It's toxic stuff. You got to discontinue that. But it's like ancestors, it's hard to discontinue that when the people that you love the most is the people that infuse this toxicity into your life. And because you love them the most, you don't want to lose them and not be able to spend time with them and not be able to see them again. It's a struggle, y'all. And it's like that for all kinds of relationships. That's why I don't like to really specify too much, because it's really like that with all kinds of relationships. It could be family, it can be friends, it can be loved ones, it can be lovers. It's all kinds of relationships where, honestly, it's like, wow, people really be demanding so much from you and don't expect for you to demand the same from them, just because of where the relationship is and who you are and how you're supposed to be doing more. I guess because you're younger, I never got or understood that mentality. Like, what does my age have to do with you showing me that you love me regardless? Why is it that you're making me feel like I don't deserve to be shown love anymore because I'm too old to be shown love? So if I'm too old to be shown love, for you to reach out to me and show me that you still love me, then why should I feel so much like I need to do that? And I keep not getting answered, not getting any response back, getting all kinds of excuses when I mention it. Why must I keep overly giving myself to hurt myself in the process and then re-hurt myself again when I connect with another person that resembles that same type of energy that has hurt me from the ones that I love the most? It's a vicious cycle that I really wish that we would stop hurting each other this way. I really wish we would be more mindful of how we treat one another and how we don't show certain favoritism to some people, certain age groups, certain relationships, certain genders, but then wonder why that person in return is not giving you the same energy that you once got from them. If you're going to keep taking advantage of that energy when I give it so freely, I'm not going to keep giving it freely. I don't care who you are. Because it's like, I'm not giving anybody the permission to hurt me again. Nobody. I don't give a hoot who you are. You do not get a pass to hurt me because you have this specific label on your name or on our relationship. No. But I really need us to stop teaching each other that toxicity, that basically it's okay to hurt each other as long as we're family. And then you can't hurt each other back, because how's that going to help? We need to protect each other more. We need to love each other better. And we need to stop making others more responsible than we are to them. Making others more responsible to you than you are to them. Like, your relationship to them is no more important than the other way around. So stop treating them like they're lower than you, so they have to reach out to you. And then you want to judge them when they draw a friend or a lover that has that same energy. You should feel familiar with it, because you are the one that planted the seed to make them familiar with it. And that's why they drew that type of energy. And I just be praying, God, help me to learn how to not draw that energy anymore, and help me to learn how to respectfully, to those that I love and care for, tell them and show them how they hurt me without me having to feel like I'm doing something wrong or I'm being disrespectful towards them, because I don't want to disrespect my loved ones at all, ever. But it does feel frustrating because I feel very disrespected by them a lot, and I don't feel like they even care. And it sucks, because it's like I care about how they feel. That kind of sucks that they make me feel like I don't have a right to care about, I don't have a right to have them care about how I feel. Nobody ever asks me, Ruth, how you feel? Do you feel good? Are you okay? Nobody ever calls me to ask me that. And if they do, they only asking me that to lead me into, I need da 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 da, or I want da 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 da. And then we wonder why that's the same energy that we be giving off and not even realizing it. Because I've realized this in the past, I have given off that same energy and didn't even realize it at the time. But because that's what was given to me, I reciprocated it. Because I'm like, I'm not going to keep over giving myself to people that's under giving themselves to me. I'm not going to keep doing that. But it's like the people that I care about the most keep demanding for me to do it. And I keep falling for it because I love them so much. I care about them so much. People that mean the most to me, and it's like, dang, that's the reason why I be letting lovers and friends treat me this way, because of you. Because I got so much love and respect for you that I'm trying not to argue with you and tell you, sister, brother, cousin, mother, auntie, uncle, it's not fair how you expect me to reach out to you so heavily, but yet you barely ever reach out to me, and then when you do reach out to me, it's only because you want something. or because you want me to do something. But you don't realize that that is the same exact energy that is going to make me feel like, see, this is why I would rather not reach out, because it hurts my feelings every time. And it's just like, man, I don't know. But anyway, if you guys can understand where I'm coming from and where I'm coming off with this, put a comment in the comment section. Put an encouraging word down there for your sis, because tribe, I be needing y'all sometimes. I be needing an encouraging word from y'all sometimes, because man, I be going through it with my relationships with people, and those people don't even really be understanding that I just be trying my best not to disrespect them and not to say anything wrong towards them. But at the end of the day, it's just like, dang, like, yo, it make me feel like I can't even speak up for myself when it come to you. Now I can speak up for myself when it come to other people, because that's them, and they not that close to me. But you, is, you know, it's different. With different people, it's different. So if y'all understand where I'm coming from, put a comment in the comment section. Share your story with me. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this episode, this video, of, you know, y'all want to know why these young people act so entitled. Let's talk about it. Basically, these young people act entitled because they see the adults around them and the older people, the older generation around them, acting very entitled, acting very much like they don't have to put much work in anymore, because they've done this, that, and the third in the past, or because this is their title, and so they don't have to do that much. Well, when you're raised by people like that, you become very entitled yourself, and that's why we have a world full of children that are very entitled and very rude and very disrespectful and very mean. And that's not going to change until they start to see their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents, their uncles, their aunties, their older siblings, their older generations, not be so entitled, but instead earn their keep and earn every treatment that they get, instead of acting entitled to it because they're the mother, entitled to it because they're the brother, entitled to it because they're the sister. No, you're not entitled to anything because of a relationship, ever. Yeah, that person might make you feel entitled, but you're not. You supposed to earn your keep just like everybody else out here. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you become a part of the Truth Tribe. Because why? Because you vibe with the truth, and you're not vibing with nothing but the truth. And that's why you vibe with Ruth. Period. See y'all come again. And I will see y'all in the next video. Later.